Hey, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Freedom Macro Method. I'm coming to you live this morning, and this is kind of impromptu. Wasn't planned. Nobody knew I was going live except for me in my mind. I knew I was going to pop in here today, but I know many of you will catch us on replay. So I wanted to talk today about macros and why so many people are struggling with macros, especially until they learn a simplified way. So why so many women are struggling tracking macros, or men too. Obviously this is a group for women, so I'm talking to the women, right? And just a little bit of fair warning. I don't know if y'all can hear it as loud as I can. We have baby chicks. We have actually 8 of them in my office, and it's kind of loud. So if you hear baby chicks in the background, you're just gonna know why. Just a little disclaimer there. And so, again, I'm going to keep this really short and sweet, but I felt called to pop in here today. My goal is to come in here live every single week, at least one time, to educate. And so with that said, if you have ever tracked macros, especially on your own, and you've been confused, put the word confused in the comments. I'd love to see who all that is. I know for me personally, as a coach who coaches macros, we have what I call it the Freedom Macro Method. And what does that mean? It is how to create freedom in so many different ways. Freedom from the dieting culture world, because macros to me creates food freedom. But we also, through hacks and different things that we teach the women in our coaching programs, we also want you to create some time freedom, because I truly feel and believe with all my heart, as a mama and an entrepreneur that's worked from home since my kids were born, time freedom is also important to me. And I don't mean just by working a business from home. I mean, like finding freedom through your health journey. Also define time freedom. How can I do this smarter? How can I track macros simpler, right? Everything that we do in our coaching program, my coaching programs, is to create a simpler way to do it, okay? If you need simple in the comments, put simple in the comments. But I'm not here to tell you how to do it today. I wanted to talk about why so many people are struggling until we teach them a more simplified method. The number one most important reason is today's world has overcomplicated the freaking process. It is way too overcomplicated. And sometimes it's overcomplicated by everybody having a different opinion, right? Like, how many of y'all can agree, put agree in the comments if you feel like you've got this person saying to do it this way, this person over here saying to do it that way, this coach or person or influencer or whatever you said is doing it this way. In today's world, there's a bazillion people on social media that are the expert, right? And so it is truly overcomplicated it, okay? That's one reason. But two, we as women typically overcomplicate things ourselves. Sometimes we are the reason. We self-sabotage ourselves, not on purpose. It's because we typically overthink and overcomplicate the process. And so how many of you can say that you're an overthinker? Put overthinker in the comments. I'm an overthinker of a lot of things. When it comes to food, I'm the most simple person in the entire world. Very boring, eat the same things over and over. But I'm going to tell you, it works. Takes a lot of stress out of my life. And I'm not saying that you have to do it the way I do it. You have to figure out the system that works for you. But I want to go a little bit deeper. Why is it overcomplicated? What is something that maybe you're doing right now that whether you're tracking macros yourself, or maybe you're in one of our coaching programs, or some of y'all are right now, today's day 9 of our 14-day drop inflammation and workout challenge that's running through our app. And I will tell you, it's actually, I think this is our one of my most favorite challenges that we've ran. And we will do it again. When? I don't know, because we're about to launch our next round of our 6-week. It's going to be a 6-week accelerator program where we're going to teach you macros and workouts and all the things for those of you that need a little extra help. If you're already coaching with us, you're in the perfect place already. If you're not coaching with us and you're like, Lord knows I need some help, I'm struggling on my own, then drop 6-week in the comments and we will send you information. Our next round starts in a couple weeks, so we're going to start promoting it and sharing it this week. So how are some of you overcomplicating it? Number one, you're focusing on too many numbers at once, okay? And so when you are starting to track macros, my biggest piece of advice for anybody is to stop trying to get every number from the beginning. And what do I mean by that? Some of you might be like, what the heck is a macro? Okay, so let's go back to the very basics. Macros, tracking macros, is really just a fancy terminology for macronutrients, which is what macronutrients is: your protein, your carbs, and your fats, okay? That is what makes up your calories. It is incredibly important that what makes up your calories is balanced. How do you balance your calories? Stop just focusing on calories in, calories out, because that's only going to get you so far. Okay, you need to focus on what makes up your calories, okay? Because not all calories are created equal. Macros is just a fancy terminology for how much protein you're getting in a day, how many carbs, and how much fat. But let's take it all the way back to what I said. So many of you are overcomplicating the process because your all or nothing personality kicked in, and you're trying to focus on calories, protein, carbs, fat. Let me also look at my sodium. Let me also look at my sugar. Wait, she said fiber too. I need to focus on fiber. So you have so many numbers in your head that you're trying to get right. I'm going to tell you real quick, it is the easiest way to overcomplicate it. In our accelerator program, especially the 6-week accelerator that we're about to start here in a couple weeks, it's actually going to start on June 9th, which is my birthday. We're starting it on my birthday. And it's going to be a 6-week group coaching program where we're going to dissect macros and teach you one step at a time. Why? Because I have seen it. I have coached. I've been in fitness and personal training world for 16 plus years now, but I've been an online coach owning this business for over 5 years now. And the secret sauce to our coaching has been simplifying it for people, taking it all the way down to the basics. I will tell you, in my coaching programs, especially the accelerator, we do not start with numbers right away. We definitely don't start with protein, carbs, fat, calories, fiber, blah, 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 blah. That's the easiest way for you to look at too many numbers and trying to get it all right. And I'm telling you real quick, you're going to be so overwhelmed to the point where you don't even last a week, maybe two. Okay, so the number one way that so many of us have overcomplicated the process is focusing on too many numbers. Like I said, I've had women in my inbox, we're having conversations that they've worked with a coach before and they've tracked macros before. I said, cool, give me a little insight on how you did it. What was your coach having you do, or what were you doing on your own? Well, first, the calculation was 20 steps long. That's too complicated. Keep it crazy simple. Then the next step was they're tracking their calories, their protein, their carbs, their fats, their sugar, their sodium. Let's see what else, their fiber, and like the list goes on, right? Stop it. Put the word stop it in the comments. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. In our 6-week accelerator program, we start with two numbers, and it's calories and protein, and we start there. Some of you, we don't even start at that point. Why? It's kind of like the method behind the madness on our 14-day challenge right now that we're running. 14 days, drop inflammation and workout challenge. What is that? What involved in that challenge? It includes a super simple tea recipe, some lifestyle and nutrition habits to help you drop inflammation and stop putting more inflammation in the body based on what you're eating, and then move your body with our app and our workouts that I personally created for you. So the next step after the 14-day challenge is going to be, a lot of women are going to start graduating and going from habits to now let's track our food. And now let's track our food and now start shooting for a goal and so forth. But it's me walking you through week by week on how to do it, right? Too many numbers is the number one way that you can overcomplicate tracking macros. The second way is trying to be perfect. How many of you are perfectionists and you're always trying to be perfect at anything and everything that you do? Put the word perfect in the comments if this is you. I know there's some aspects of my life that this is me. When it comes to macros and food, that's not me. I was there at one point until I realized, like, whoa, I don't have to be perfect. The thing about macros is if you have that natural perfectionism personality, then macros can sometimes cause you to want to be perfect. If you're trying to be perfect in every aspect of your life and you start tracking macros, sometimes you can go into the perfectionism mode. And if you don't get all 3 numbers perfect, or 4 numbers, I should say, then you start freaking out and then beating yourself up instead of seeing where you're winning. And so again, this is another method behind my madness and the Freedom Macro method, where we do not start you with every number from the beginning. There's a method to my madness, or reason why, because if you're a perfectionist, the last thing you need is to focus on too many numbers at once. Just focus on 1, maybe 2, and then graduate after that, right? And so, but you've got to let go. Macros is not meant to be perfect. Macros will never be perfect. It's close, and learning how to get there and start to see results, but you got to do it the right way first. The third thing is definitely what overcomplicates macros is if you're trying to listen to too many people. You've got this friend, you got that friend, you've got this coach, maybe another coach, maybe another coach. There's a lot of us coaches out there. And there's a lot of us that are actually very similar. And there's a lot of us that are not. Let me tell you real quick. Some of them I know are probably the biggest cause of your overcomplication, because if they're trying to do too many things. Why they do that, I don't know. Maybe their lack of experience. Maybe, I don't know. I just know the method to my madness is to simplify your life and create a lifestyle around it and freedom. We can't do it all at once, okay? Let go of the all or nothing personality in all aspects of your life. And I will tell you, in all of our programs, everything that we do, even the monthly membership that we do have as an option once you go through one of our core programs, is mindset. Put mindset in the comments, because mindset is going to help you get rid of a lot of this stuff. You've got to start small in anything that you do in life, okay? Whether I'm talking to somebody that's on our network marketing team and we're teaching them how to grow habits and get the routines and get going, well, I'm telling them the same concept. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to learn how to track macros, trying to do all these things, start small and then build from there. You cannot go from zero to hero overnight, but so many of you are still trying to do that. And when you go from zero, I'm not doing anything at all, to hero, meaning I'm gonna go from nothing to walking every day and getting at least 45 workouts in a week, tracking my macros and focusing on all these numbers. That's zero to hero, and that is setting you up for massive failure. Stop doing it to yourself. And then the last little piece of this, and I'll wrap it up. The last little piece that I feel like is also causing a lot of either confusion or just too much stress. If you already have a lot of stress in your life, the last thing that you need is macros to be stressful. Now, can it be sometimes? Yeah, at the beginning, especially when you're trying to learn. But let me tell you, one of the biggest mistakes that I see so many making that are causing them to, one, not be successful, or two, it's too overcomplicated, is because it's the lack of planning. How many of y'all are natural planners? Put planner in the comment. I am. I'm a planner. I live by my Google Calendar. Everything's laid out. Everything's planned out. I have clipboards. I'm a nerd in that sense. I have checklists over here. I've got checklists over there. I've got a whiteboard, if I could show it to you, that's got every single step of what we do as coaches in my business here and all the things we have to offer. I'm a planner. Okay, and I will tell you real quick, I'm not telling you, if you're not a planner, it is okay. You can still be successful, I promise. But I'm going to tell you real quick, most of us in this group are either moms or wives or coaches or entrepreneurs or grandmas or whatever hat you wear. I guarantee there's some aspects of your life that you plan. If you have a job, I bet you have to plan how your day goes. I bet you have to plan the tasks that you need to get done from your 8 to 5 hour, right? You have some sort of plan in your life. Stop thinking that macros and food and nutrition needs to be so complicated. It doesn't. Because if you slow down and you plan a little bit, it's the biggest stress hack, in my personal opinion. When you wake up and you wing your day, I tell my team in network marketing the same thing when it comes to like your daily method of operations. It's just like to me, growing a business and tracking macros and getting healthy and creating a lifestyle, like they actually go hand in hand together. They're very similar concept. You've got to plan a little bit, okay? And plan your day. And I don't mean it has to be perfect. Plan your day, but then also be flexible. Plan your food, plan your macros, plan how much protein you're going to get that day, plan how you're going to get your protein, plan when in the world are you going to get your workout. Don't just wake up and say, I'm going to wing it. I'm going to get a workout in today. I'm so excited, but I have no idea when the hell I'm going to do it. Or I'm going to hit my protein goal today, but it's 2:00 in the afternoon. I still haven't tracked my food and I don't have a plan for a snack and I don't have a plan for dinner. Oh my gosh. 9 times out of 10, you're going to end the day and you're not going to actually hit those goals. Why? Because you didn't plan anything. Again, if you're not a natural planner, you can still plan even some of the smallest of things so that you can track your food, so that you can hit your protein, so that you can get something as small as your 2 fruits and 2 vegetables a day that's going to help take care of some of your carbs, and it's going to help make sure that you're getting some fiber in there, and it's good for you, and it helps you in so many different ways, right? And so if you do not plan anything at all and you just wing your day and you wake up and say, I'm going to do this, I'm telling you, 75%, if not more, of the time, you're not going to actually do those things because you got no plan. Okay? And I truly feel like, and I do believe in my whole heart, when it comes to macros, you don't have to plan your entire day. You don't have to plan your entire week. But plan at least one day at a time so that you know what are your protein sources going to be. Because if you don't, you are going to be a stressed out ball of mess and you're going to give up and you're going to quit. I've seen it again and again and again. So slow down, do a little bit of planning so that you can speed up throughout the week and have more success and more results. I have so many clients that I'm coaching right now that are phenomenal at planning, and some aren't there yet, but they're working there. And some get to the point where we actually plan and maybe even do a little bit of pre-tracking. When they pre-track, holy gracious, the results start to come in. Why? Because now they're actually being consistent with their macros versus when they were just winging it. Okay. So anyway, I've already gone on longer than I said I was going to go on. So if this helped you, I hope you got some value. If you're in a place you're like, oh God, I need some help in my life, then put help in the comments or just write the word 6 week. Because again, like I said, we are about to announce, we're going to announce it on the more of the details this week about our 6-week accelerator program that's coming up. The last 2 rounds was 12 weeks long. This round, I've opted to go 6 weeks instead of a full-blown 12 for many different reasons, and I'm so excited for it, to be honest with you. 6-week accelerator. If you're struggling with macros, if you're struggling with your health, if you're struggling getting started, if you're struggling having some clarity on what the hell am I supposed to do, all of these things, and you want to have a breakthrough and you want to have someone to guide you, then that's going to be the program for you. It's group coaching, so it's less expensive. There's also payment plans on pretty much everything that we have to offer. So put 6 week in the comments. I will personally send you the information on it. And yeah, my inbox is always open if you got questions. Y'all have an amazing day and happy Tuesday.